Good evening. This is Quintus Curtius. Welcome back to the podcast. And it is 2020. It is a new year. It is 2020, January 20th, to be precise, of 2020. And if you haven't figured it out by now, time goes by fast. Time goes by fast. Life moves fast. And believe me, if you're not aware of it now, you will become more and more aware of it as the years go by because, man, it really is true. Time dilation. Time dilation. It's a real phenomena. You know, I was really reminded of that. You know, last night I saw this movie that I had never seen before, had never even heard of. And I'm just surprised that some of these great movies, you just don't hear very much about them. But this was called A Ghost Story. It was from 2017, a very, very, very good movie with starring Casey Affleck and I forget who the female lead's name was, but a very, very melancholy, but very, I think in many ways, very daring and artistic movie about a ghost, a guy who dies in front of his house, and basically the movie just shows his ghost symbolized by a figure in a white sheet, hang around the house for some time, sees a new family come and go, and then this ghost is just transported all over temporal existence. The ghost is there when a skyscraper is built on the site in the far future, maybe hundreds of years from now, and then he travels back in time to the colonial era where there's settlers in a covered wagon coming in there. But I don't know, just a very, very, very interesting movie. One of those films that makes you think about the passage of time and just how, in many ways, we have to allow our minds, our spirits maybe to roam across the centuries to really appreciate the unity of existence in many ways. At least that's what I got out of it. That's what I got out of it. So I recommend it. If you haven't seen this movie, see it. It's very, very good. Very, very good movie. I really like this guy, Casey Affleck. It seems like a really, really good guy. He's been in a lot of minor little movies, but he's always been a stand-up guy, always delivered a solid performance, Good Massachusetts guy. So bravo, Casey. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. But let's move on to the subject of this podcast, which is a 2020 New Year Michael Porfirio tweet reading. And so what I'm going to do here is do my time-honored, back by popular demand reading of some of the choice quotes, choice tweets of the Twitter account of Michael Porfirio. It's the @ symbol, Michael Porfirio, Porfirio, for those who do not know, otherwise known as the G Manifesto, aka GFK Jr., aka the People's Champ, and a few other AKAs that I can't remember, but you get the idea, or those who know what I'm talking about will get the idea. So let me read some of the tweets. Yeah, let's go through the counter here. Let's go starting from most recent, going back a few days, and we'll see how far we can get through these. And there's something that you really lose in reading these tweets. I appreciate that listeners like to hear them, but the pictures that accompany the tweets are really part of the tweet experience, and seeing the picture really adds a lot to it. So you should try to actually look at the tweets themselves if you can. I mean, I understand a lot of guys like to hear me read it, but you do not get the photo along with it, or the painting along with it. So think about that. All right. Shangri-La, this is from December 31st, 2018. Shangri-La does not have to be a place you will find. It is the place you are going next. Most people will never fucking understand something like this. And there's a split image of a girl in a tropical lagoon and a picture of a tropical lagoon. Instagram would never have existed before the smoking ban. Most people were just not gay enough to use something like that back then. Just keep it low profile, motherfucker. All right. Oh, this is a good one. This is a grinning picture of Bruce Lee holding his hands together in a Buddhist pose. Happiness is the moral measure of a man. of a man. Happiness is the moral measure of a man. The better the man, the more the more happiness. Happiness is the synonym of well-being. Most people will never fucking understand this. All right. December 18th, 2018. Never blame beautiful girls for their thoughts or actions. Weak men, quote unquote, in their past are the cause of all the problems. Most are just not willing to come to terms with this. A huge part of life is re-educating these girls the original continuing education courses, life force. And there's a picture of a girl sitting on a couch looking up at the ceiling, maybe pining for guidance, pining away for the guidance that the G Manifesto is ready to give. All right. Whenever you bow hunt for game meats or spearfish for fresh fish, remember that this animal gave its life for you so you can eat. Always honor that. This shit is not for photos or an Instagram, motherfucker. Keep it low profile, fool. Most people will never understand this. All right. Keeping it going here. All right, this is from July 24th, 2018. Sometimes you just have to say fuck it and go to the mountains with your father and brother and hunt wild game for a week. Village by the mountains. No soy phone, no internet, no weesh shit. Fresh mountain air, the original nootropic. Most will never do something like this. All right, July 28th, 2018. And there's a painting of an Indian kneeling in front of a fire with his hands open, supplicating towards the heavens. Most people never go in the mountains without a soy phone and Insta soy and a bag full of soy and feel the Great Spirit and enjoy all that heavenly glory. They don't do that. They should be doing that, but they always have to take the soy phone and the bag of soy. All right. Let's see what else we got. All right, let me scroll through here. May 5th, 2018. If you have time to give a fuck about what other people if you have time to give a fuck about what anyone else is doing, you are not living your life correctly. Most people will never understand this. There's a picture of a guy who looks like almost John Wayne with his hands, and there's a huge wave, and then an image of Poseidon there. Very, very nice image. Very, very good image. All right. Let's keep it going here. Let's keep it going. All right. October 27th, 2018. I just go for huge open ocean paddles and swoop mass amounts of beautiful girls these days. That is basically all I do. Most guys are just swooping his Israeli guys named Edo and eating soy brunches on Saturdays. This is not a good way to go through life. No, it is not. It is not. All right. World is getting more weesh. How do I know? Back in the 90s, would only have to judo throw 5 to 10 weesh dudes to the ground per month. After the smoking ban, I have to judo throw 15 to 55 plus weesh dudes to the ground per day. Now, comma, this is a huge increase. Run the fucking and that got truncated there. It should be run the fucking numbers, but the character limits caught up with us all. So that's how it is sometimes in life. Sometimes it's just you only get to say so much before the curtain rings down on you. All right. Here's a responsive tweet. A guy named Matt. This is on January 18th. Michael, are you concerned that rising sea levels will jeopardize your village? And the G Manifesto replies, I am actually more concerned with rising soy levels. All right. A guy here named Rguy, RYGUY, Twitter symbol RBPMCB, says Moqueca de Peixe. Moqueca de Peixe, village by the sea. And he's got a picture of a fish stew there. And Mike's response is, most guys never eat fresh fish stew. Most guys just swoop guys named Stew. True statement. All right, here we go. Let's try to find some good. One. All right. Let me just keep it going here. There's some of these. Okay, here we go. January 17th. Billionaires spend too much time accumulating. Then it owns them. Then they realize they are unfulfilled. Ever wonder why they spend their later years at charity balls? They try to feel happiness when they missed out on all that heavenly glory. And this is a tweet in response to a tweet by Wall Street Playboys, at Wall Street Playboys, at symbol at Wall Street Playboys. In response to that tweet, which I can read. He says, reason why we don't care about becoming ultra-rich billionaires once you make around 500, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever. We get it. You like money. Okay, yeah, move on. Whatever, dude. All right. Let's keep going here. All right. Let's find some good ones. Okay, January 16th. Family dinner in my village by the sea. My mom, did you guys watch the news today? My father, no. Me, no. My brother, me neither. My mom, anyone want more fresh fish stew? My father, brother, and me, yes. Huge lesson right there. And there's a picture of a surrealistic village or a house by the ocean there. With waves crashing around it. So big lesson there. Focus on what's important in life. You can't take it with you. You just can't take it with you. Okay, here we go. This tweet is in response to a guy, January 16th, Jay Campbell. He says, grounding is the act of placing your bare feet on natural earthen ground and staring into the bright sunlight. This practice allows us to recharge our batteries through conductive contact with the Earth's surface. Okay, that's nice. Response. Most guys have 0 foot functionality. They are constantly wearing shoes made of... They are constantly wearing shoes made of plastics and soy. Need to go barefoot and feel the energy and power of the earth and universe. Most do not do this and will just wear shoes made of plastics and soy. And then it stops. It should be like, no one is willing to talk about this. Something like that. All right. That was a good one. That's a good one. All right. Here we go. This is a good one. This looks a good one. April 11th, 2018. You do not even need to be the best. You just need the most endurance, the toughest, the last man standing. Life is a war of attrition. No one talks about this. And there's a picture of a guy with a cane and a bottle. Oh no, a cane and a telescope standing on an ice floe in the Arctic. And very well said. Very, very well said. Very well said. All right. All right. Here we go. See if I can find some good ones here. Everyone cannot shut up. Everyone cannot shut up about diets these days. Fresh vegetables and garden, game meats, fresh fish are all great. Now we can shut up about diets and talk about heavenly glory in a village by the sea. I saved someone I saved someone from drowning last week. This is a painting of this. Has a picture of a Christ-like figure pulling a guy out of the water. That's good. It's a good one. All right. Most guys are so busy staring at their soy phones, ordering soy, swooping dudes on Tinder that they forget to look at the moon and feel all that heavenly glory. Now, comma, this is not a good way to go through life. Village by the sea. The original meant to be nootropic, but got truncated there. I am basically becoming more like a hippo. Extremely deadly, muscle density, extremely territorial, breath holds, bite force, foot speed, tough connective tissue, structural integrity, fast twitch muscle fibers, brutally handsome. Most would not be honest enough to admit this. Bamboo reeds. Okay, July 8th, 2018. What the fuck is up with millennial guys' handshakes? Their handshakes are exactly like soy. And this is very true. This is very, very true. Lame, limp, cold, clammy handshakes. What are you going to do? What can you do? You know? All right. My morning nootropic recipe. Quote, nootropic. Got to put that in quotes because that's the big, all these hucksters selling nootropics pills, Dunk head in bucket with ice water. Ocean, heavenly, or heavy workout, coffee, cigarettes. The original, the original proprietary blend. That's a good one. I got to retweet that one. All right. That's a good one. All right. Couple more here. All right. Here we go. Woke up October 14th, 2017. Woke up drenched in sweat from astral from astral travel. Then, comma, dunked head in bucket of ice water, coffee, cigarette, the original the original nootropic stack. All right, a couple more here. All right. Everyone constantly yapping about nootropics these days. People need to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Put on some boxing gloves and get into the ring. Jump in the ocean with mask and snorkel. Swoop a beautiful girl. Dunk your head in a bucket of ice water. These are the real nootropics. there's a there's a picture of a guy in a ring getting punched, and there's a wolf, like a face of a wolf in the background. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to. It's just crazy. It's just insane. It's what makes it so great. I'm gonna retweet that one too. All right, it's good. It's all good. All right, a few more here. A few more. All right. Here we go. July 28th, 2018. Most guys go to the gym to impress girls, and they never swoop any. And they start pouring soy oil on themselves and taking gay selfies and become weesh internet fitness guys and swoop dudes. Never test themselves in nature. Never see them in the deep ocean or above the tree line. You never see them above the tree line. All right. Exactly. All right. All right. A couple more. These internet fitness guys are always yapping about leg day, quote unquote. But really they are just pouring soy oil on themselves. Pouring soy oil on themselves. Swooping dudes and eating soy and taking selfies for Insta soy. Fuck that shit. When you are in a village by the mountains, every day is leg day. And there's a picture of a guy climbing up an ice waterfall with a pickaxe, an ice axe, and a pack. Every day is leg day. Oh God, it's great. This is just great. All right, I can't stop here. One more. I got to keep it to a. All right. Here it is, the last one. This is great. The picture is Sean Connery and Goldfinger with his Sean Connery with his mouth open, a glass of iced tea or a I don't know, a mint julep or whatever it is. He's drinking, and he's got a 3-piece 1960s custom suit. And it's on Goldfinger's little ranch, and the horses are in the background. And he says, this is from March 27th, 2019, custom suits, the original, quote, investment in yourself. And no one talks about this. 100 times return minimum. But you know what? I'm gonna leave it at this. Even though these tweets are meant to be humorous, the custom suit advice is gold. I mean, trust me on this. If you do one thing, I'm telling you, folks, guys, get out there, get yourself a custom suit. And it's the psychological advantage. If you have a suit that's tailor-made for you and you go around and you wear it, you are going to feel like $1 million. And I am not just saying that. I'm telling you, if the fabric is good, if you have good fabric, and if you have a good tailor, and if you have a good suit, and if you are in shape, and actually even if you're not in shape, that's the great thing about a custom suit. Actually, one of the unsung. I'll leave you one of the most there are some guys that are always going to be a little bit portly, okay? They're always going to be a little bit maybe paunchy or portly. Okay, whatever. I get it. But you know what? Probably the best way for a man to manage his portliness or his maybe rotundity, let's put it delicately that way. If you can, because not everybody's going to be able to be, in shape, let's face it, okay? But if you can't do that, if you can be well-groomed, nothing looks, of all the overweight guys, if you've got an overweight guy who's got a sense of style, he wears good suits, he's well-groomed, he takes care of himself, you know what? That almost, I almost hesitate to say it, but it almost negates the disadvantage of maybe being out of shape. That's how powerful a good custom suit really is. And I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, go to a good tailor. I'm not talking about some pudwhack at some JCPenney or whatever. Go to a legitimate tailor and talk to him, and he can show you pictures. And it's true. It's true. So if you can't if you can't get in shape, if you're too old maybe, or if it's just not in the cards, if genetics have not blessed you, then you know what? Look the best you can. Look the best you possibly can look. Do the best you can. Look the best you can possibly look. And that's my advice to you. All right, that will wrap up the tweet reading for the first G Manifesto tweet reading of 2020. I'm Quintus Curtius. Good night.